Parshat Nasso. In this parsha this week, we deal with blessings and cursings. In regard to cursings, we see three unique elements. First one, of course, is we've dealt with before with leprosy, and it goes imploring people to drive the people out of the camp because they have shown evidence of sin, to which it then goes on and talks about how one is restored after one has confessed their sins. We see this clearly with the element of various things, but when while God forgives us, we are still responsible for our sins to other people, so that we need to come to them and seek forgiveness. We need to restore what we took from them and seek their forgiveness as well as God's. The third element of the curse is what's commonly called then the jealous husband, unfaithful wife, trial by endurance, so on and so forth. Basically, if a husband thinks his wife is committing adultery, she drinks this holy water. If she dies, she did it. First of all, when we deal with this, we need to know that, at least according to all the records, this was never performed entirely. So, for anyone who complains about this being sexist, it actually that would mean that it has to be performed commonly. Number two, I think that this, in regard to the husband and wife, I'm not convinced that this is about the wife, because it talks about the element of a spirit of jealousy, which means that the husband has an irrational element, that his wife is cheating. So it's meant for God to give mental stability for what is, and by that, a grand ceremony, to challenge anyone who's merely mentally perturbed at someone else, and rather that we should seek peace. The blessing part, however, we actually start with people dedicating themselves to the Lord, as in the beginning with this one group of Levites and the Levites in general. Then we have Nazarites dedicating themselves to the Lord. We're given a special vow in which they're not allowed to shave their head or eat, in which they're given a job similar to Levites, in which that this is meant to honor God. This is not commanded, this is just merely something that they do to show their love for the Lord. Also, there was a confusion, especially in the book of Judges and Samuel, that it also could be used to cause fertility. But the Torah never promises that. The next, of course, is the pure Aaronic benediction. This one was made famous by Leonard Nimoy, in which one gives the blessing, the Lord bless you and keep you, the Lord shine his face upon you and give you peace, while raising the left and right hand, like that, to form the letter Shin. In Mr. Nimoy pointed out that it was like a shield coming up, and that's what it is. God's blessing protects and guides us so that we may be secure. In fact, uh, when we can see by the sieges of Jerusalem, what happens when God takes His blessing from us. And by blessing, then uh, we are inspired to bless. And so the pressure ends with various people various tribes giving massive gifts to the temple, and Moses communing with it. So thus, if we have confessed our sins, we may live in the blessing, and God has forgiven. We may live in God's blessing.